just went into the music library and saw that first CD that you dropped in here, and I didn't realize that you came in through Music Open Day. Do you have memories of doing that, like, or what led you to that? What was your relationship with FBI like before that?
Oh yeah, I remember it like it was yesterday. It was, yeah, like I studied music at uni, and I just up the road really, and had been listening to FBI and was introduced as a young person to be like, check out this radio, it's community radio, you can go and see the acts that they play, and it's like, that local focus is so inspiring, because instead of thinking about like musicians that all the way overseas and you'd never like aspire to become like them, these were people who are like literally your next door neighbors doing cool things, and you could build up a sense of community and confidence in thinking that you could give it a go too. So I remember burning this CD on my PC. I think I was using PC, my family computer, with the CD burner, stitching together the CD cover, handwriting the liner notes and putting it into my little backpack on my way to uni. And I went down the road also for a coffee before I went in because I was so nervous. And Sally Seltman was also sitting there for an interview for somebody else. And I went up to her and gave her one of my CDs. I was like, I've got a few spares, I'll give you the CD. Very embarrassingly, like, please, I really love your music, have the CD. And so, it's crazy to see it now. It's like all flooding back to me that whole day, and just coming in, I think, meeting everybody, introducing myself.
What does FBI Radio mean to you more broadly?
Well, I think they're real champions of like local emerging artists, and it's like this bridge really for a lot of people, even going through the library and seeing a lot of names who are of people who are really successful now. It's like that is the first step, and it's this really nurturing and caring sort of space for people to try out things and to test the waters a bit. So I think that's like FBI was that space for me. And then I've been very lucky in also like receiving a few SMAC Awards, which also came at a time where I was feeling very creatively lost and felt like I wasn't sure what my path was going to look like. And so to receive some of those acknowledgements when you're feeling a little bit lost was really reassuring, and just makes you kind of want to work harder and create spaces for other people to also do similar things as well. So I think ultimately is this idea of like community, and also championing people who might not be, just like voices that might not be the dominant voice, but looking at the periphery and then bringing those voices to this space and giving them a platform.
You went to Iceland was it 2011?
2011. It was, I just finished my honours paper, and it was on Björk, and then literally I handed it in like 2 days ahead of the deadline, and then I got on the plane straight away and went to Iceland for Northern Lights.
That is incredible. What memories kind of stick out about that trip and that time, and even just winning that competition?
I think in a similar way as my scream before, I think I screamed into the phone and maybe damaged Dan Zilber's ears, who had announced to me that I'd been selected for the trip. And I still remember I was at my parents' place, and then we all sort of had a little cry and was so happy. For me, it was like really, I think because I was so obsessed with Icelandic music as well, and like had just done my honours paper on Iceland, it was this extra sort of meaningful trip for me to actually go to this place that I'd been reading about for so long.
How important is community radio to the scene?
Community radio is just so important because it's not just about playing the music, but it's about carving out all these little spaces and paths for people to connect, whether it's like at the gigs or like open days or like workshops or even digitally, like you have those amazing Spotify playlists every week, and I discover so much new stuff through there. So it is just about bringing people together, giving people a chance, and then helping artists and creatives to actually be able to forge a path and you know, do music as their thing, you know, as their career. So yeah, it's so special. It's really unique and so important to the ecology.
Who is an artist that FBi has introduced you to?
Probably the most recent one, which I was like, oh my God, this is so good, was 700 Phil, who I saw perform at the SMAC Festival last year. And they recently just also released a song called Familiar Flavors. Love their stuff. So edgy, so cool. Sound design is so interesting, like mixing eclectic samples with like dark throbbing bass lines and synths. Yeah, really, really love their stuff.
Yeah, they're sick. Their set at that party was so fun as well. This one is the last prompt that I have, and it has really stumped everyone that I've asked it. So feel free to take your time. Describe FBi Radio in 3 words.
Oh, this one's hard. How do you distill something so massive into 3 words? Cutting edge, that's 1 word because it's a hyphen. Community and care.
That's so nice. That's beautiful. What the hell? Love it. Well, thank you, Rainbow.